Young Modern one I got new. So, all right. Then this is the U.S. promo of Freak, the vinyl one. It's red. It's got a little red sleeve. It's just Freak, Punk Song Number 2 music. It's kind of cheap, I guess, but like at least the packaging wear, and it's got a big hole in the center. I don't know how you're supposed to play this vinyl, but I thought this was really cool. I still need to get obviously the door, the 12-inch of Symmetry. Say Symmetry. I really want badly, super badly, but hopefully I'll be able to find it. That's pretty much all I have to say right now. I still have a lot more vinyls to collect, single wise, but alright, Neon Ballroom, next one. This actually, I think they only made 1,000 of the original, but they pressed it again in 2010. So this is the 2010 reissue, so this wasn't that much money. I got it like $36 new. So if you are a Cher fan and you really want vinyl but you're kind of low on money, you should get this because it's really cheap. And the back of it looks really cool. They just got the sign like next to like a dumpster and stuff. And the inside of this is a lot like the Freak Show one, except I think it's more neatly organized and everything. They have like they have like panels of like kind of like stuff happening, kind of like resembling what's being talked about in the song, and then they have the lyrics. So I just think it's Emotion Sickness, obviously. I can't even read this. Anthem and a song. I don't know, I just think it's really cool. Yeah, it's super cool. And like how they did it for Black Tangled Heart, like I think this is my favorite picture on here, is it's actually a heart and it's like tangled in like black. And yes, that's Chris right there for what song is it? Point of View. And then that's Ben right there for Paint Pastel Princess, and I think he's putting on lipstick. And then Daniel in the bottle right there, Steam Will Rise. I want to show you this. This came in pretty good like sleeve, like structure wise, but it's kind of boring. It just says like bass guitar and who produced it, and etc. It's just got the Neon Ballroom dancers, but hey, Neon Ballroom is one of their best albums, so I'm not complaining. Alright, I don't have any vinyl singles off of Neon Ballroom, sadly. I really want to get some, but I don't. So I'm just going to move on to Diorama. Only released 500 of these in the whole world, so technically, if you want to get mathematical, which I love doing, I have 0.2% of all Diorama LPs. Yeah, I'm not dorky. I would do that. I was actually thinking about, kind of joking, like half jokingly, like telling myself I would get 4 more so I could have like a whole 1%. Yeah. Of all Diorama LPs. Because I would have 5. And 5 out of 500 is? Yeah, you get it. Or actually I should say 500 divided by 5 is 100. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so this, since it was released as like a promotional thing, it's not too like fancy. It's just kind of got the songs and stuff and producers and people. And then that, and then this is that in the back. And then the sleeve this came in, I don't even know if it's the right sleeve, but it's in here. And then bam. It's kind of, it's not really that fancy. I mean, they released it as a promotional LP. They weren't really, I don't think they were really expecting people to be like, yo, let's go pick up that Silverchair vinyl for Diorama. But I'm really glad I got that because it was really hard to find. I think I got it for like $280. That was the most expensive vinyl I got. Frog Song one I got for like 100, Fiction one I got for like 120. And yeah. And the singles, I have the Greatest View 7-inch single, which I'm pretty proud of. It's on the back, just bam, and then can't even see it because my camera is not focusing, and it should, because I pay money for this camera. Silverchair, Greatest View radio version, Asylum, Pins and My Needles, produced by a bunch of cool people. See, this one actually you can play on a regular vinyl record player. The other, that Freak show, that Freak single, I don't know why there's a huge hole in it, because I have seen vinyl like that before. I don't know how you're supposed to play them though. Maybe there's a certain kind of vinyl player. And yeah, Across the Night. This was really, really hard. I actually just randomly stumbled upon this. Like, I wasn't actually trying to find it, and I just randomly stumbled upon it. And I was super stoked because, 12-inch of Across the Night. Come on, Across the Night is badass. Side 1, Across the Night. Side, I should say side A. Then side B, Turn in the Brine. And then it's kind of just the same diorama promotional shot, but it's like got all the planets and stuff, and it looks really cool. And it's all blue and stuff. And I'm just gonna take this out. It's kind of a lot similar, really similar to the diorama one, because it's kind of like the same boring, kind of not fancy, except instead of just being black, it's got that blue ring around it. But yeah, I'm really happy I was able to get this. I still need the. They didn't put, after all these years wasn't on vinyl, they didn't put Without You on vinyl either. So the only 3 vinyl singles you could get, I have 2 of them, and I don't have Love Your Life, which is a 7-inch vinyl. And Love Your Life, I think they've also only made 500 of them, so that's also really hard to find. Now, last one I have is Young Modern. Bought it new for like $100 exactly. So if you're also a hardcore chair fan, you should get this, because this is like really nice and like feels really good, I guess. Focus, camera, focus. Alright, well, you get it. It says Young Modern Station, straight lines if you keep losing sleep, reflections of a sound. Those Sleeping Birds, they for some reason listed as separate songs. I wouldn't really list them as separate songs, because it's the same song. But part 1, Change of Behavior, then Those Sleeping Birds part 2. Side B, The Man That Knew Too Much, Waiting All Day, Mind Reader, Low, Insomnia, and All Across the World. Open it. It's just kind of got this like cool looking, stuff going on here. And take this out. And then this is like this is also a nice thing. And then on the back here, it's got like all the songs. Like, there's a lot of lyrics for this album, more so than I think any album, like the amount of lyrics, at least the lyrics that printed on the actual sleeve. And then it's just I don't know why I'm holding it like that, but super cool. Really glad I got all the LPs. So those are all my vinyl. Still collecting more, and I probably will be collecting a lot more until I get pretty much all of them. So that's that. Now I'm just going to do a quick run by. I don't know if things have changed since I last. Okay, so I made Donna already knows this because she read my she's friends with me on Facebook. She read my poem, or song I should say. I made like a parody of Steam Will Rise, and it's a pizza shop parody because I work at a pizza shop, and I called it Dough Will Rise. Contain the cheese so it will compress, have to make do, replace the sauce with old ketchup, what do I do? Only wanted a perfect pizza, dough will rise, the dough will rise, dough will rise, the dough will rise. Refrain deceit, contain the heat, that's what you said. Confuse the salt with the sugar and I'll use it instead. Only wanted a perfect pizza, only wanted a perfect pizza, only wanted a perfect pizza. Dough will rise, the dough will rise, dough will rise, the dough will rise. Kind of dumb or lame, I guess, but I kind of found it a little funny because I work at a pizza shop and I love Silverchair so much, and then one day that just came to me like, wait a second, what if I made a parody of Steam Will Rise? Because I was just randomly thinking like, oh yeah, dough rises in the oven. So it kind of just came about. And there's something else I want to show you guys, if I can load it. Load it. Well, I'm not actually going to show it to you. I'm just going to kind of talk about it because it's way too long to read, and you guys would get really bored, and unsubscribe from my channel because I'm awful. Alright, so about a little more than 2 months ago, I posted on my Facebook under the notes section. So if you guys just want to like look at this or read it, you guys can just if you have a Facebook, ask me for my Facebook, and I'll just give it to you, and you could friend me, then you could read it or whatever. But I made it, posted it November 2nd of this year. I mean, technically not this year, of 2011. And it's just my Silverchair Daniel Jobs obsession, early beginnings and onwards. I'm pretty sure I already talked about this in my other vlogs, but I'm just going to go by it again. I thought I didn't talk about it, but I probably did. I did mention it, but I didn't give it full devotion. Yeah, so all I did was write 6 single space pages just for fun. Like, it wasn't for like college or anything. It was just for something I wanted to do, and it really describes in detail how I found out about Silverchair and how they soon became my favorite band and my obsession, and how Daniel became my obsession, and yada yada. And I don't know, if you guys ever get a chance to read it, then you definitely should. It's quite a read though, so I think it was over like 15,000 words or something, but I would think it's interesting. Just, I mean, it is about me, not to sound egotistical or anything, but and I don't know if, I believe these haven't changed. My favorite songs: Frog Stomp, favorite song. I'm gonna favorite 3 off of each album, and then favorite 3 B-sides. And when I say favorite 3 off each album, it's like best off the album, second best off the album, third best off the album. Okay, Frog Stomp. Israel's Son is number 1. Leave Me Out is number 2. Madman is number 3. Freak Show. Slave is number 1. Freak is number 2. And No Association is number 3. Freak actually might change. I don't think it's in my top 3 anymore. I would actually say it might be Symmetry again, or it might be Petrol and Chlorine. Lately I've really liked that song. Neon Ballroom, Emotion Sickness is number 1, Miss You Love is number 2, and Paint Pastel Princess is number 3. Excuse me. Diorama, Tune in the Brine is number 1, always will be, no matter what. Too Much and Not Enough is number 2, and My Favorite Thing is number 3. I really wish they did Too Much and Not Enough live. I don't think they've ever done it, which kind of saddens me, but Young Modern Station is number 1, Waiting All Day is number 2, and Those Sleeping Birds is number 3. B-sides. Favorite B-side is English Garden. I love the Young Modern B-sides. They're probably my favorite B-sides off of any album, just because I think there's more than usual of them, but like for like Frog Stomp, I think there was only like 4 B-sides or something. But actually, you know what? Young Modern probably only had like 4 as well. I'm just confusing myself now. Sorry for my rambling. Ramble, that's a Silverchair B-side off of Diorama. But yeah, Young Modern B-sides, I just really like them a lot. So English Garden's my top B-side. Second B-side's Untitled, like I've said earlier. Amazing B-side. You should really listen to it. And Hide Under Your Tongue. Is my third favorite B-side, and that is also off Young Modern. So I don't think there's much else to talk about besides the fact that I didn't get my tattoo yet. The one I was going to do, My Time to Shine Like a Tune in the Brine, on my back. I'm actually going to save that one for another time. And I'm actually going to get the DPJ on my hip sooner. And I also probably mentioned that pretty recently, but I like repeating myself, I guess. So just like the video, subscribe, comment, ask me a question, because I know a lot about Daniel and Silverchair. So if you really have like a question, I could probably answer it. So hope you guys like this video. It was kind of long, probably not my longest, but so stay tuned. Keep watching my vids, and thanks a lot. See you guys.